The air hung heavy and still. The jungle pressed in from all sides. Vines like thick pythons snaked around ancient trees. Emerald light filtered through the dense canopy above. The jungle floor was a mosaic of shadow and dappled sunlight. Bruce Lee moved silently through this green maze. His senses were on high alert. He could feel the weight of unseen eyes. Something was out there. He could feel it. Bruce Lee was not a man easily intimidated. He was a master of martial arts. His body was a weapon honed to perfection. He trusted his instincts, and right now his instincts screamed danger. The humid air clung to him like a shroud. He wiped sweat from his brow. Each drop fell like a stone, breaking the silence. A silence that was growing heavier, more oppressive. The jungle was alive with hidden sounds. Insects buzzed and chirped. Birds called out in strange, exotic melodies. Yet beneath this natural symphony, Bruce Lee detected a discordant note, a faint clicking sound. Metallic. Unnatural. He stopped, his body tensing like a coiled spring. His eyes scanned the foliage, searching for the source of the sound. His gaze swept over vines, through leaves, past the gnarled roots of ancient trees. He saw nothing, but the feeling of being watched intensified. He was being hunted. The jungle exploded. A blur of motion crashed through the undergrowth. The creature was a grotesque parody of a man. Towering and powerful, it was a being of nightmare. Its skin was a mottled green, blending seamlessly with the foliage. Its eyes, cold and reptilian, burned with a predatory light. This was the predator. Bruce Lee reacted instantly. Years of rigorous training had honed his reflexes to lightning speed. He twisted his body, narrowly avoiding the predator's lunge. The creature slammed into the jungle floor, sending up a shower of leaves and dirt. Bruce Lee wasted no time. He launched a series of kicks and punches, his attacks as swift and deadly as a viper's strike. The predator roared, surprised by the ferocity of this small human. It staggered back, its clawed hands raised in defense. Bruce Lee pressed his attack, driving the predator back through the undergrowth. He moved with incredible speed and agility, using the jungle itself as a weapon. He weaved between trees, using their trunks to deflect the predator's blows. He leaped over tangled roots, turning the uneven terrain to his advantage. The predator, accustomed to easy prey, found itself outmatched. It was strong and heavily armed, but it was slow and clumsy compared to the human whirlwind that was Bruce Lee. The creature snarled in frustration, its reptilian blood boiling with rage. It had underestimated this tiny warrior, but the hunt was far from over. The predator would have its trophy. The jungle became an arena. The predator, its cloaking device disabled, was a terrifying sight. Its mandibles clicked and hissed, spitting venom. It brandished its wrist blades, razor-sharp and deadly. Bruce Lee met its aggression with the calm ferocity that was his trademark. He wielded his nunchaku, the two sections of wood connected by a chain, whirling around him like a deadly halo. The air crackled with the sounds of their clash. The predator's blades met the whirling nunchaku in a shower of sparks. Bruce Lee spun and leapt, his movements a blur of motion. He ducked under one blade, pivoted and brought the nunchaku crashing down towards the predator's head. The creature roared and deflected the blow with its armored forearm. The jungle floor became a whirlwind of limbs and weapons. Bruce Lee, smaller and faster, used the environment to his advantage. He used the predator's bulk against it, dodging its attacks and forcing it to crash through the undergrowth. He would then strike, delivering a series of rapid blows before disappearing back into the dense foliage. The predator, frustrated and enraged, fell into a predictable pattern. It would charge, swinging its blades wildly. Bruce Lee would evade, then counterattack with blinding speed. The air filled with the sounds of their struggle, the predator's roars, the clatter of Bruce Lee's nunchaku, the crash of vegetation as they battled. The outcome of the fight was still uncertain, but one thing was clear. Bruce Lee was not going down without a fight.
You want to learn the way to win, but never to accept the way to lose, to accept defeat.
The jungle was Bruce Lee's domain now. He knew its secrets, its rhythms, its dangers. He used this knowledge against his foe. He lured the predator deeper into the jungle, towards a place of his choosing. The predator, blinded by rage, fell for the trap. They reached a clearing. In the center stood a massive strangler fig, its roots like a tangled web. Bruce Lee stopped just inside the clearing, his chest heaving, sweat dripping from his brow. He seemed to be tiring. The predator, sensing victory, charged. Its wrist blades sang through the air, aimed at Bruce Lee's heart. But Bruce Lee was ready. He waited until the last possible moment. Then, with a burst of speed that defied belief, he leaped onto the strangler fig's roots. He used the roots as a springboard, launching himself into the air. He sailed over the predator's head, his nunchaku whistling down towards the creature's exposed back. The predator roared in pain as the nunchaku smashed into its spine. It stumbled, momentarily stunned. Bruce Lee landed lightly on the other side of the clearing, facing his foe. He knew this was his chance. The predator was wounded, its advantage gone. The time had come for the dragon to strike.